I've never been any place this early to prep staff meal.
Yeah.
So, are we eating brisket for breakfast? Does that happen?
God, no.
Are you serious? You're not?
No.
You don't eat it at all? It's 8 a.m. and most chefs are dragging themselves out of bed from post-shift drinks last night. Here at Heritage, they've been here since 4 a.m. trimming briskets, stuffing sausage, and firing up the pits. But before they open their floodgates to their rabid daily line, these chefs take a few moments to nourish one another. We call it staff meal, and that's why we're here today. Most of the crew isn't here this early, so first we're going to talk to their head butcher, Lennon. There is a ton of brisket.
Yes.
Have you timed yourself on trimming a brisket? Of course you have.
I haven't done it recently.
And begin.
I'm gonna go right underneath it, kind of in the middle point.
Okay.
I'm just gonna round it out a little bit. All this little thin stuff right here just burns off. I'm gonna round it out a little more, and then this is our finished product.
Time is 1:26. It's gonna take me 1 hour to break this one down. Wait, I thought this was mine.
Well, I got into
you're
the
just
flow.
on a roll. Wow, you just want to steal my thunder.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you know.
Now Lennon's showing off.
All right, so
Okay.
we'll have one for you.
Okay.
So we're gonna flip you over.
Okay.
Here's your knife. So if you start right here, you'll follow it through. You can go a little deeper on it as well.
That's what you said.
Yep. Fortunately, I'm giving it all I got.
Okay, that was a fail already.
You can go a little further. There you go.
So it's cutting at an angle.
It is cutting at an angle, and you can already feel on the knife the difference between fat and flesh.
So you look for this little dimple, stab
go.
in.
Follow it down, yeah. All right, and then you're gonna come the same way, start making a curve right here.
So cutting the tip off now.
Yes.
Go down.
Mm-hmm. And you'll want to round it out a little bit too.
Too much meat, right?
No, so this point, since it's just all exposed right here, we normally take this part of it
so
off.
I can take this off.
Yes, you can be a little more aggressive on that part. And then right about
tip.
here is gonna be where you start your line, and it'll follow all
Oh, wow,
the way
you're
down
tracing
there.
it for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just drawing a line right now, right?
Correct. And then you're just gonna
all the way through?
cut all the way through. So now we're going to round this out, and it's just gonna be this little corner right here.
Okay.
And then at this point, it's more just shaping.
So now we're sculpting.
Correct.
I feel like Michelangelo. Okay, how's that?
Let's see. Perfect.
Perfect. We like
Perfect. We like perfect.
We like perfect. Now that the rest of the crew has arrived, let's meet the brains behind Heritage. We're here with Chef Daniel Castillo and his wife, Brenda.
Well, we started in our backyard, and so we had friends and family come over, and so we wanted to make this that.
Barbecue is about community, especially staff meal. I think it's a time for all of us to get a chance to sit together, chat a little bit, but also eat something nutritious.
Yeah.
That way, work throughout the day. It's a marathon, so you're on your feet a lot. So that's what is really important to me.
Okay, so we're gonna get into staff meal. You're gonna pass me off to a couple of your guys in the kitchen.
Chef Nick and Chef Max.
Okay, and we're gonna get down and see what we come up with. I'm excited though.
Thank you, Chef.
Thanks.
So we're gonna make an Indonesian omelet. It's just a really quick, fast thing that's usually served for breakfast all over. First, we're gonna mince some onions and then dice green onions.
Are you looking for a lot of color on those, or just to kind of like
No,
sweat those?
just to sweat these out. We'll crack the last 3 eggs into there.
Okay.
We'll throw green onions in. This is a mixture of soy sauce and fish sauce.
That smells awesome.
This in, give that a whisk, and we'll just throw it straight into this already oiled pan, cover it with tin foil, and throw it straight into the oven.
This is Heritage. We like to get everything over some fire at some point, and even for staff meals. It's called ginger beef. It's a Filipino dish. My dad used to make this for us, kind of like our version of steak and eggs. We would eat breakfast on Sunday all together.
Nice, so little kits on here.
Correct, yeah. We're also gonna grill some gailon too. That's gonna get thrown into this braise too.
Oh, cool. I love charred everything.
Charring everything just gives it a whole nother depth of flavor.
Now we're back to caveman cooking.
Exactly. It's like everybody's gathering around the fire, like in the dark days,
Yeah.
right?
It's something basic.
Oh, wow, let's bomb.
That's all it is. Cut it into little pieces.
The scallions on that smell ridiculous.
Usually it just serves over rice, and then this is just a quick pickle. They call it achar. It's just something to cut through. That's it.
Fire. These are massive shiitake
they're
mushrooms.
awesome, man. They're super tender. So we have some scallion bottoms. They have a ton of flavor.
These are our scallion tops?
Yeah, we save these tender ones to throw in near the end of the cooking process. A ton of ginger and garlic. I mean, again, Name of the dish is ginger beef.
Right.
So some Fresno chilies, just for a little bit of heat. Yeah.
That's hot.
So we have our tri-tip that we grilled off over
Okay.
here. And we're just gonna cut these into little strips so that way we can give it a quick saute.
Does this come like this already,
Yeah.
semi-trimmed already?
We have an in-house butcher over here. His
Okay.
name is Lennon. They do all of this stuff every single morning. They go through about almost 50 tri-tips
Wow.
a day during the week, and it's about like 120 for the weekend.
So you just went over there and jacked one of these from him for
exactly.
staff meal?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Chef, can I take a bite of this?
Yeah,
This
please,
looks
man.
too good.
And you help prep it. It's kind of like the cook's tax, right? As you're prepping stuff out. Just gonna add our tri-tip in. Tri-tip was already seasoned before we grilled
Yeah.
it. And usually when I cook this dish, I don't like to add any salt until the end.
Yeah, it's flavored up, like seasoned really, really amazing. Now the towel is all seasoned up.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
the
beef.
towel's all seasoned up. There's sugars that are building up from the meat.
This isn't burned. This is deliciousness
Yeah.
happening here.
And then once this fond gets nice and dark, we're gonna deglaze it with our mirin. Now everything's gonna go in.
Oyster sauce?
Oyster sauce. We're doing family meal, man, so we're not measuring everything.
Yeah. Chicken
Some
stock?
chicken stock, yeah.
Okay.
Throw these in. Then now we're just gonna let this kind of cook for about 15, 20 minutes or so. Get nice and tender.
I can't wait to dig into that.
You guys gonna stay for some barbecue afterwards too?
I mean, if you're inviting
I mean, you guys are here, you made it, I think you should.
I'm sure I'll be like washing dishes or like sweeping later or paying somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
I left my credit card at home, so
It's all right, there's
I'll
always
have
work. There's always work over here,
I'm sure
man.
there's gonna be. I have a feeling that's in the future for me. Yeah, being able to see like these chefs like taking their inspiration from their backgrounds at a Texas-style barbecue place and being able to translate those flavors and those ingredients into what we're gonna have today is super duper exciting. And like these chefs just said, this is stuff that they make at home normally for their families, and stuff that they actually eat at home. And they're getting to share that with the rest of their crew because this is part of their family as well. Thanks, Chef. Appreciate it. We'll shovel our food in our mouths really fast and get ready for service.
Don't worry, guys. We got 3 customers.
Oh, hi, Lennon. Oh, it looks delicious. How is it? Have you guys had this before? Is this taste familiar?
Not to me, this is delicious.
Oh, okay, cool. The separation between back and
You'll
front.
see who likes each other,
That's it.
who doesn't.
Chef kiss, approved.
Thank you guys. Thank you, chefs.
Thank you, chefs. Okay, so we have 5 minutes to service.
You gonna work on the block today?
I'm here, so I guess it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Put it on the block, dude.
Chef, what are you referring to?
Working at the window.
You don't want me talking to people.
You don't talk.
Oh, you don't talk.
No, sir. You just read and
See those
cut.
knife skills.
I don't have those, but it's okay.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna use my Korean methods that I've learned over the years, which is the use of scissors in kitchens, which is great.
Hey,
This meat, the tri-tip, is like insane.
most of the dishes here that you see as specials came from things like this.
I was curious about
So
that.
it's like us eating these little things that the chef would make, and we're like, hey, dude, this got to be on the menu.
Yeah, it's great to have like these
dressing's
Asian
really nice,
flavors
yeah.
here, but at your restaurant, it's rad. So now we're getting ready to open now. As I had a moment to digest and take it all in, one thing stood out, the devotion these chefs have, not just for the guests, but for each other. Let's be honest, doing barbecue right is fucking hard. It takes sacrifice, long hours, and a level of obsession that most people will never fully understand. But the way these chefs cook for each other, that's where you really see the heart of it. They know the crew has been grinding since before sunrise, some as early as 4 a.m. So when it's time for staff meal, it's not just food, it's care. It's a way of saying, I see you, I've got you. The best kind of cooking has always been about that. Food that makes you feel good, that brings you home, even for a minute. And that's exactly what they do here at Heritage.